and Hillary Clinton have reached an agreement with the House Republicans to testify in closed doors. It's going to be filmed, going to be transcribed interviews before the House Oversight Committee. The Oversight Chair, Republican James Comer, said, quote, "No one is above the law, and that includes the Clintons," unquote, which is a very righteous thing to say, considering Democrats said that for 10 years towards Trump. That once it became clear the House would hold them in contempt, the Clintons completely caved and accepted the depositions. I believe that. The Clintons had argued that the subpoenas were invalid and designed to humiliate or jail them. Maybe, maybe not. But if Bill hadn't had so many pictures and stories about him with Epstein, this wouldn't have happened. They did skip earlier deposition dates, but they finally came in because the DOJ would more than likely have gone after them. Legal experts citing the 4-month prison sentence for Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro as precedent that would have pretty much sunk the Clintons in not showing up. So Rashid Tlaib, Maxwell Frost, and 9 Democrats in total voted to hold him in contempt. Politico notes that the Republicans are using photos of Bill Clinton with Epstein, including images from a December 19 DOJ and document dump to cast him as a central figure in the Epstein saga. They're showing this to go, it's all about getting Bill. It's all about getting Bill. This is political. Did they ever say that about Trump? No. The hypocrisy in the media. My question to you, power is what makes Washington, D.C., not money. Money comes and goes, but it's power. Clintons have always been a power couple. Are the Clintons officially done?
I think they're irrelevant. I'm basing that on the fact that no one really talks about them anymore. Our age group does, but people younger than us aren't interested.
Gotcha. New generation. All right. G.
I think Hillary had nothing to do with Epstein, except for maybe attended a couple parties. If this hearing goes south and the Republicans go too strongly after her, I think it might revive her chances to run for president.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I do.
I
I mean, the
don't see it.
primary starts
She's
a year
old.
from now. Trump's older, so I think it could.
Annette, power corrupts. It corrupts absolutely. People do not want to let it go. And they will see the smallest opening that nobody else sees. And that's what G's referring to.
That's interesting.
All right. So going on Annette's take here, I agree with you, Annette. I think it's a new generation. They're willing to throw the old generation under the bus, but there are repercussions that can still happen. So they got to be careful. But I think the new generation doesn't think one day ahead of themselves.
I just want to ask if you think they're going to talk about Vince Foster.
Yeah. You mean one of many? Who would that be?
One of many, exactly.
Look, I'm not saying that Hillary will win the primary.
Okay, so repercussions. I think there will be repercussions for some of these 9 individuals. Because I used to tell people in the fantasy sports industry who wanted funding, I go in a suit. You're here in this event with shorts, your hair looking like a sloppy, ignorant buffoon. I want to say that because that's how they're going to look at you. Because at the end of the day, you want to ask these people for money. Who's signing the check, brother? An old guy in a business suit. So don't forget who still holds the money. That's my point to these people willing to throw the Clintons under the bus. They still have deep ties. And the moment that these 9 people are challenged, these donors, well, you kind of screwed over my friend Bill. So you're going to have to seek funding elsewhere. Or I'm going to fund your opponent. Ramifications. So they've got to be careful, these Democrats, because I think they do view them as an old guard. But they don't realize Hillary may be owed, but that woman came out of nowhere who went far by being a mean girl and a bad lawyer. When I mean bad lawyer, she was willing to get a rapist off, then lied about him who raped the little girl. Think about that. So she's vile. And so she will do anything. I agree with G. If she sees an opening, she may try for a last gasp. The odds, statistically, I don't think are very high, single digits, but if it's there, she will seek it.